Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Daily Brew, your morning pick-me-up. I'm Mark Preuss. I'm the pastor of the Naples SDA Church, and thank you for joining us one more time. You know, somebody came and approached me with a question and said, "Hey, Pastor, I've had the most wonderful week. Everything that I could have ever dreamed of happened. How do I keep this feeling going?" Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you can't. Unfortunately, the things that are coming and are working for us, you also have the very same opposite energy trying to work against us. And the results of this wonderful week that you've had could be the results of planning, preparation, foresight, in the sense of you've designed the outcomes and they all happen to come together in one week. But think about the weeks before that led up to this. How much of it did you have to suffer? How much agony did you have to go through in prep? How much of all of these things took place? How much anxiety and stress did you feel before you experienced this mountaintop high of having these wonderful results? There's a story in the Bible that reminds me of a man who was in the very same predicament. He had a wonderful family. He was one of the richest people in the world. But all of a sudden, things got flipped on its head. And for a while, he thought that he was being cursed. I'm not saying that you're going to go through, this mountaintop experience that you have this is awesome. But be careful, because at the same, with the bat of an eye, things can flip. What I want to draw your attention to is this. In the life of this person, when things flipped on its head, even his friends questioned if he had done something. One thing remained true. It was his faithfulness to God. It was his ability to see that God is the one who provided for him for the blessings, and God eventually allowed him to go through these curses, per se. The person I'm talking to or about is Job. At the very end of this story, not his life, but his story, he's still faithful. And God blesses him even more than he was blessed before. You can read the story, the book of Job in the Bible. But I want to focus specifically on the feeling that you're talking and experiencing. It is the feeling that you have been blessed. How do I keep it going? Well, I've given you a warning, or I should say an advice. Don't expect this to last, because when it finishes, you could be disappointed. But here's how we allow ourselves to utilize these blessings that God has given us. Is one, if God has blessed you, bless him. Bless the people around you. When God gives his blessing, it is not for us to keep it to ourselves. It is designed for us to share with others, to share the love and the blessing that God has for us, so people can see how great it is for us to be considered God's friend, his children. Share the blessing share the blessings that God has given you with others. And that can be by telling your story, how you came about to receive these blessings. Or it can even be part of the blessing that you received, you give to somebody else who's unexpecting to receive such a blessing. Don't allow this blessing to be your all in all. This is just a phase. This is just a stage. In the same way that you've led up and built up to this is not the best thing that God has in store for you. He's got so much more. This is only the tip of the iceberg. But how much are you going to allow this to dictate moving forward will be up to you. How you will see God's blessing influence your life. If you hoard it all to yourself, I guarantee you, when it comes, and if it comes again, it's not going to be the same. Understanding where these blessings come from is the key to continue to remain happy even after they're long gone. And so I encourage you, as you think about what led to you to receive these blessings, the process, the preparation, the built up, the stress, the sacrifices, these blessings don't happen overnight. But when you receive them, share them. Don't keep them to yourself. May God bless you as you continue to enjoy the blessings God has given.